Traplin family. Now, I have a question for you. And before I get into my question, let me say this. Trap, I appreciate your transparency, your honesty, and all of the things that you give our community week after week when it comes to your accounts. You show us your ups, you show us your downs, everything in between, and that's why I've stuck around all this time. My question is this. I have family members, and I actually have two 10-year-old twins. I have twins that are 10. So my kids and some of my family members, they want to get started. They want to start investing, but they have smaller accounts, $1,000, $2,500, etc. Would you ever consider starting another account, a small account, $1,000, $2,000, and showing how you would grow that from the beginning, week over week? Let me know in the comments, or let me know if that's a question that you can answer. I look forward to your answer. Thank you. Love you guys.
Ah, good old warm hug. There you go, Jose. Way not to be gender racist. I made it up. It's cold-blooded. First of all, Queen, man, I just want to say thank you for trusting me. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for just, putting your people with us. I'll be honest, nope. I would not start over to start a small account challenge. But here's what you can do. You can literally follow the same thing I do with the recession portfolio buy and hold account, and you can start there. Remember, it's not about how much money you start with. It's about starting. So if somebody got $1,000 to $2,500 to start with, I think you should start them off first and foremost in buy and hold. And so the great way to start that off with is looking at the buy and hold plays that we put in a recession portfolio and saying, okay, you remember what I said? Like first we're gonna get 5 companies, right? And then we say out of these 5, what's the top 3 that we won't have? And out of the top 3, which one is the top 1? We start there. We go with our first 2, and then what did we say do a while back? How many shares we want to own in the top 2 or 3 that we have? Let's say it's 5, right? Okay, cool. But once I get 5 in the first one, once I get 5 in the second one, once I get 5 in the third one, now we got a decision to make. Do we want to add a 4th company, or do we want to say, now that I got 5, 5, and 5, now the goal is 10, 10, and 10. Now the goal is 15, 15, 15, right? And so we say, let's go from there. Cool. Now we start from there. Let's say, okay, now we'll add a 4th company, bet, right? And then once we get to 5 companies, we build those out. Now, if you want to go to the options market, I would suggest first starting with our buy and hold, at least doing 1 to 3 positions. Why? Because now we can always have some money working for us. We can go 5 companies, 10 companies, 15 companies, 20 companies. Once we get to, shares. Once we get to 20 shares, we know we got 3 companies, that's 20 shares. Now we have 60 shares apiece in that. Right? That's a great position to be in before we even worried about options. We shouldn't even be worried about options until we have a solid foundation on a buy and hold. And I think a lot of people try to skip that part of the game. Like for me, yep, y'all see the recession portfolio, but y'all, I have 2 more other portfolios that I dump money in at all times because that is important for me. I want money that I got investing that doesn't have that kind of risk attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Being up, seeing my account, and you can look at the recession portfolio, right? Look at the buy and hold portfolio. Like that thing be eating away chunks at a time, but in a positive way. I'll be down $200,000-$300,000 in my option portfolio, but I'll be down $1,000 on the buy and hold portfolio, right? Like why? Because that money is working at a full pace, but it's not being declined at because it's buy and hold, right? And I think, yes, the option game is amazing, and it's a way for us to print money. But even for that, you know what I do? I told y'all, I take profits from there and put it into that account. So I don't think they should be focused on options. I think you should help them build their portfolios out from buy and hold, starting from anywhere between 1 to 5 companies. But somebody say the options can grow your small account faster. Yep, and then they also kill it too. Right? And what happens when you put your $1,000 in the options account, and then the options market eat it. What happens when you put that $2,500 that you wanted to get in the game with into the options account, and then the options account eat it? What happens if you put the $1,000 or the $2,500 in and you get it in September and you ain't know September was September? Right? Or what happens when you put it in, you in the Patreon, and you put that $1,000 or $2,500 in the Wingstop play, and we up 28,000, and you think we all popping, and then the next week we down 81,000, and you like, damn. But Trap ain't going nowhere. I'm still here. I'm not even budget. I'm talking about trying to get $1 million out of so I can do something else with. But you don't put your hot 2,500 there and it's gone. Right? We in about 26 plays right now all together. But out of those 26 plays, guess what? 5 of them are down. What happens if you the person that your first couple, you in one of the 5 plays that's down? And now you like, dang, bruh. How the hell Trap? Here's what you start saying. It's just my luck. I would be in the play that's down. You start saying stuff like that. Now you want to get out the Patreon because you mad at me. You mad at me because out of 26 plays, 5 of them down, and you decide to get in the ones that's down. That's the way the game go. I ain't never once said, somebody say, so are all the plays leaps? You got to understand what a leap option is. Our plays, we in plays right now that expire in January. We in plays right now that expired in February. That's not leap options. We don't just stick to leaps. We play 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 8 months. We don't just stick to leaps. Don't box me in. Right? So I think the number one goal, and I know y'all don't be hearing what I be saying when I say this, but I say this for a reason. Your number one goal should be to put as much money as you can in buy and hold. Here's the blueprint. $1,500 to $2,000 should be in your emergency account. And then you should put as much money as you can in buy and hold, at least in 3 to 5 positions before you even say, I want to play the options game. That should be the goal. And the thing is, we keep rushing to get into the options game. It reminds me of my homies who got in the streets before they learned the rules to the streets. They try to skip positions, and guess what? They got hurt bad. Remember one of my homies got in the street. I'm just give you an idea. I remember one of my homies got in the streets, right? Because he saw us making money, and he was like, dog, like, I see it. But now realizing, dog, like, and I'm not glorifying this or nothing, but bro, I had been in the streets since I was like 10, 11 years old. I started off as a runner. Real talk, running for my mom. Hey, go to the store, get this. I'm going to pay you some money. Hey, go take this, put it behind there, come back, let me know you did it. I'm going to give you some bread for that. People in my mom, like, my mom would be gone. She had dudes she was cool with. Hey, say, Leon, hey, take this, go bring it over there. That was how the game was in the 90s. Little young dudes, we used to be little runners. That's why when I used to watch The Wire, and people like Bodie, and I understood them. Mike and them, I understood them. That was me coming up. Until I got enough money, I started scoring 2-for-1s, whole different ball game. Get somebody $10, they give you $20. Get somebody $20, they give you $40. But guess what? I had done went through that. I understood it was like for a user to give you your money like this. And when they give it to you, right, they give it to you, and you get it, you think you see the 20, but when you give it to you, you realize it's a 20 that's pasted on a $1 bill. You like, dang. Now you furious, right? Or it's a 20 that's on some Monopoly money. Or you get a package, it look good, but you realize that the flippers that you got is really peanuts with Orajel on it. Because they know you're going, oh, all right, bet. So many games get played. I remember when I didn't learn how to cook up, my aunt used to cook up for me. And guess what? She used to always do this. And I'm wondering why she always dipping it like this, you heard me? Now I realized she putting her stuff in between her fingers like that. Killing me every time. Hit me for a gram at a time. The 28 grams done turned to 21. I'm like, damn, why it's so short? She like, I don't even know. That's all it is, Neff. I'm like, damn, I know I weighed that thing weighed 28 grams. How I get to 21 grams? So I learned she would hit me with the okie doke every time. She loved it because I ain't even know no better. Every time she do it this to it, every time she do it to the test tube, she would hit me for a half. Every time. I ain't even my note. Till late, I say, hey, open your fingers up. I know what I put. I know it. Oh, don't do me that. Man. That's the game. And I remember my partner. I learned, bro, like everybody that been in this, and I don't mean to do this, but I'm saying this. If you go serve somebody, you never get in the front seat. But that's not a rule that nobody gonna tell you. You know that for being in the game. You never get in the front seat when you're making a deal. Never get in the front seat. It's an unwritten rule. Got in the front seat on his first deal. Got shot 4 times. Jack move. Jack move. First deal. First one. Because he had a cousin that was on. His cousin put him on. Got in the first seat. First deal. He survived. First deal, though. First deal. Why did I say that? You can't skip steps. There's certain things that you learn from just being in the game.